But what I'm reading for you today is the chapter that we are dealing with tomorrow. The chapter we're dealing with tomorrow. And the question I'm asking is, who controls your mind? Who controls your mind? Not just who controls your mind in terms of a status quo, but the watcher is standing at the door and he wants to know, how do you formulate your thoughts, and who has gone into your mind, the African mind, the Alkebula mind, the Africa mind, the Kushite mind, the Ethiopian mind, and begin to dictate to the African how he must respond, how he must behave, and how he must think. So let me take you through this wonderful little piece of work that you're going to be having tomorrow morning. May I ask you a question? May I ask you a question? Why do you get angry when you discover that I don't see things the same way that you are looking at things? Why do you get angry when you discover that I don't agree with the viewpoint that you have, which is contrary to your own views? Why do you get angry when you discover that I'm not conforming to your paradigm and I'm prepared to challenge you on that paradigm? Why are you angry? When I tell you that maybe, is it possible that maybe you were lied to and that you are afraid to confront the reality that you consider to be true? Not only that, why are you angry when you discover that I'm refusing to become a religious groupie? I know we all grew up together. I'm an Anglican, I'm Lutheran, I'm Episcopal, I'm Methodist, I'm Zion, I'm Shembe, I'm Catholic, I am a... You know, when one man stands up and say, no, to hell with all of you. I don't want to hear anything from any one of you. Why do you get angry when you discover that I'm refusing to become a religious groupie in your quality of thinking? And I'm prepared to challenge whatever it is that you're saying it is a reality. Why are you angry when I refuse to become a groupie of dogma? Is religion a marketing place of conscience? Are we selling our brains for heaven's sake? Why are you angry when you discover that you cannot control my mind? Many people, because of religious inclinations, we control each other's minds. My brother, you're out of line. My brother, you're out of line. What you're saying is no longer in alliance with the gospel. What are you saying? And then we share all these comments around which manage each other. And one of us shoots out on the other end and says, to hell with all of you. My mind is not for sale. I don't believe what you guys are discussing. And the frameworks we are using to say I'm normal or abnormal don't align with my mindset. Why are you angry when you discover that my spirit is refusing to be subdued to the quality of your thinking? Where does your anger and desire for power sit in your spirit, so that you actually feel agitated when another person thinks contrary to what you are thinking? Why do you have these sentiments of intolerance? I mean, you are obsessed with controlling other people's minds. The question is, can you control your own mind? Can you control your own habits? Some of you snore at night. Can you control that? Some of you, when you're drinking tea, you make a noise that neighbors can hear. Can you control that? And you're battling with your own habits. Some of you have farting problems. Some of you have obesity problems. Some of you have slim problems. Some of you have eating problems. So, you know, everything that is there. And while you are battling to control your own problems, what gives you the audacity to think that you can begin to control another person that is outside of you? Can I ask you a question? Are we free to think? Does religion and politics capture our ability to think? Does a colonized mind have freedom to think and break the chains of religion, economics, politics, medicine, fashion, entertainment? Is it possible that you can be colonized and still think like an independent African, away from the colonial systems that have brought you and taught you, educated you, and introduced to you what civility is all about? Can I ask you a question? Am I you? Are you me? Is it possible that religion overrides the mind, overrides common sense, subdues an investigative mind of inquiry into religious, political, economic somnambulism? What drives your anger? Why are you angry? Especially you, religious people and Christian people. Why are you angry that Maponga J thinks differently from you? Why is it easy for you to talk about religion to me than talking about business? Why is it much easier for you to shout at me on the nature, the status of the dead, the Trinity, the second coming, and you get so obsessed and even angry to a point of swearing and cursing and condemning me to hell? You can speak about those things very passionately. Why don't you use the same anger and passion to drive towards business, profit, manufacturing, economics? What's the obsession? What's the obsession about religion that shoots through the roof of your caliber of thinking into madness of theological maintenance? Are we scared of hell as African people? Why is it easy for us to shout at each other and be obsessed with Romanism and the colonial fungi which occupies our Keblam's mind? Is this heaven that we've been taught about only a heaven for black people and whites will not be there? Why are black people so occupied with the obsession of escaping from this world because they want to go to heaven, than they're interested in doing systems that change their life today? I ask you again, why are you angry when I think differently from you? Oh, because I know why you're angry. Because you want to go to heaven with me. You want to go to heaven with me because the white man has designed a path that leads to heaven. And if you don't follow this path, you're going to end up in hell. Maponga J, repent. Stop talking like that. Otherwise, Jesus is going to be angry with you. And you end up in hell where the devil is holding a fork and is turning you up in the flames. I mean, really? If you can think that heaven and hell is a place where evil people are burning, Maponga J is not in hell. The white people must be in hell for the damnation they caused during colonialism and slave trade. So don't be angry with me. Be angry with yourselves. Be angry with the colonizers. Can I ask you a question? Can you tolerate any deviation of questions which oppose the mindset that you have been taught? Things must be like this, it must be like this, it must be like this, it can't be like that. Then all of a sudden Maponga J appears from the blue and says, like that, my foot. There are many other options of thought patterns. Then why do you get angry when I begin to introduce you to different frames, different thought patterns, apart from the Eurocentric colonial pattern? Is it a crime for me to live in your world? Can we disagree, me and you still treat me like a human being? Can we stop abusing power and bullying each other through Eurocentric, heartless religious systems? Can we be mindful that churches and policies don't have a soul? They don't have blood. They're just systems. They don't feel pain, but people feel pain. The only spirit which is found in the policies is found in the one who is writing the letter. Those of you who know better, hello Joshua. So the watcher then stood up and he learned that it is not wise to use the system or policies to deal with people. When you find a human being and a policy inside a fireplace, please take the human being first. Leave the fire burning with the policy. We can always rewrite another policy after the fire has died down. So the watcher looked and saw that many lives in their bodies, many lives live in their bodies, but they are far away from their minds. The real witchcraft is the European, umlungu, as you call them. I call them abalombi. Abalumbi. Abalumbi is actually a word that means a sorcerer, a witch doctor, a manipulator, someone who makes you hate your own mother for their own mother. And these abalombi now live in the mind of our Kebilam, and they control us. The ability to control an entire continent with ideology, that's wizardry at its highest form. From Cape to Cairo, that a group of white people can come up with ideologies. This is God, this is economics, this is politics, this is fashion, this is medicine, this is this, and this is this, and this is this, and they set up industries in the backdrop, and they set up businesses in the backdrop, and they disappear their own countries, set up stock exchanges, link up all the small businesses to the stock exchange on the top side, and they go and sit in their beachfronts and they watch the African children managing each other, fighting with each other to fit into the system and manage the euro. That's wizardry. That's Ukulomba at the best. And I can't understand. But here we are as Africans fighting with each other over God, medicine, fashion, entertainment, education, pharmaceuticals, employment, industries, manufacturing, acceptability, cautiousness, etiquette, and all these things are not about us. They're about how will the white man respond if he finds a group of educated people sitting in a room eating food with their bare hands. That worries a black man. Can you believe that? Black people are scared of having a white man walk into the room and find them eating pap and flesh on their hands. Because yuck, after all this education, masters and MBA, TB, DDHT, PFT, FKJQ, what qualifications the hell the white man tells you? If he finds you eating your own food with your own hands, he'll be disappointed. You'll be disappointed. So let me be frank with you this afternoon without being arrogant. Actually, the black man, the educated black man, is afraid of disappointing the white man who lives in his mind. This Eurocentric guy sits right here. And everything that the black man is doing must be controlled by the white man who is sitting at the beachfront in Essex. He took some money from Africa. He bought a lodge in Dubai, sitting at the beachfront, the grandchildren, and they are managing the African mindset. Can I share some notes with you guys? The hyena does not love the sheep. It is a diet to him. It is a meal to him. No one ever keeps a chicken as a pet and does not end up eating that chicken. It is written, do not be happy with the owner of the restaurant when he asks you, do you want more dessert? Do you want more food? More drinks and etc. He's not interested in your health. He's interested in your wallet. If you kill another human being, can I ask you a question? Will you eat them? Will you eat them? Don't express greed with crime. And you cannot replace people with policies. Al-Keblam, look at one another. The best gift you can give to the watcher is to love. Al-Keblam. The best gift you can give to the watcher is to love. Al-Keblam. We look forward to the resuscitation of the greater African kingdom, where we can all come back together as one people. For we are one people, one nation, one blood, one continent, one government, one army, one bank, one policy, one continent, one land, one color, one people. I am not the man. I'm just advertising that after me, a leader will come to Al-Keblam who will lead you into that land where all Africa will be united. Those of you who are Christians, allow me to become John the Baptist, the one who is cleaning the path before your Messiah will come. With those few words, love Al-Keblam, love Al-Keblam, love Al-Keblam, love Al-Keblam, love Al-Keblam, love Al-Keblam.